Welcome back to my TikTok talk. Today I'm going to talk about how to create valid test items to measure a behavioral parameter. The behavioral parameter could be a dimension, a factor, or a trait. Creating valid test item to measure a behavioral parameter involves several steps. Step 1. Define the behavioral parameter. The first step is to clearly define the behavioral parameter you want to measure. This could be a personality dimension, a factor, or a trait. It is important to have a clear understanding what you are trying to measure before you start creating test items. Generate a pool of test items. Once you have defined the behavioral parameter, generate a pool of test items that are directly related to the parameter. You can start by brainstorming ideas and then refining them through a process of trial and error. Consider using open-ended questions or items that ask respondents to rate themselves on a scale. Step 3. Review the item. Once you have a pool of potential test items, review each item carefully to ensure that it is clear, concise, and directly related to the behavioral parameter you are measuring. Make sure that each item is written in a way that is easy for respondents to understand and there is no ambiguity in the wording. Step 4. Refine the items. After reviewing the items, refine them to ensure that they are clear and concise as possible. Make sure that each item is specific and relevant to the behavioral parameter you are measuring, and remove any items that are not directly related to the construct. Pilot test the items. Once you have refined, pilot test them with a small group of individuals who are similar to the population you'll be testing. This will help you to identify any issues with the items, such as confusing wordings or difficulty in understanding the questions. Step 6. Analyze the results and pilot testing. After pilot testing, analyze the result to determine if the items are measuring what they are intended to measure. Look for patterns in the responses to see if the items are consistently measuring the behavioral parameter. You can also use statistical tests to determine the validity and reliability of the test item. Finally, the test item must be based on the results of the pilot tests and pilot testing and analysis to create a complete test that can be used to measure the behavioral parameter. It is crucial to note that creating valid test items to measure a behavioral parameter is a complex process that requires a lot of time and effort. It is important to work with psychometricians to follow established best practices to ensure that the test is reliable, valid, and useful for measuring a parameter in questions. That's all. See you in the next TikTok talk. Bye.